Okay, so today we're going to take a look at this 1982 Can-Am CMT310. This is a trials bike, Sammy Miller Hiro motor. This is a barn find. This bike has been parked in a barn all of its life. I purchased it from the original owner, who actually won it in 1983 at a raffle, on a raffle ticket at a motorcycle shop down here in southern Indiana. And he had absolutely no interest in the bike at all. Rode it a few times around his field, parked it, and there it is set. A lot of the damage that you see as far as like the seat material being missing, just the foam pad is left, was just, you know, a side effect, I assume, of just being parked for years. The decal kit, the original decals are kind of flaking in places. All the body work though is in really good shape. You know, no cracks, no damage. This motor, I have soaked it. It is currently soaking with PB Blaster. I just filled the motor up with oil. It is currently stuck. The original owner said that the last time he kicked this bike over was probably 6 years ago. That being said, it could just be a simple matter of the rings being stuck. You know, I'm sure it's probably just, you know, stuck rings or something, but just regardless, I would probably tear it down, you know, and just make sure everything's okay. But the bike only has 451 miles on it. That's the original Veglia odometer, and it's got the original Pirelli tires on it. They're a little dry rotted, but as you can see, they're like brand new tread. So that just kind of goes to show that the bike has not had a very you know, eventful life. Front fender's perfect. It's not cracked or busted or anything. You know, the stock exhaust, I think there's a rubber bushing right here that has kind of come loose a little bit, but you know, it's got the Acront rims, the gold anodized Acront rims. They look great. There's no damage that I can see. Again, a little dry rot on the tires, but you know, they're original. Back fender, same thing. It's in really good shape. Somebody put a CEV tail light on it at one time, or maybe it came with it, I'm not sure. But the lens has been long gone. He actually said he took the lens off to change the bulb, set the lens somewhere, and then couldn't find it. You know, the bike's got a little bit of surface rust here and there in places. You know, I kind of wiped it down this morning just to kind of show it off a little bit. I oiled the chain, you know, aired the tires up. You know, that's about all I've done as far as, you know, check the transmission. It goes in and out, all the gears just fine. The skid plate, you know, is in real good shape. It isn't busted or dented or anything, so I don't think it's really been high-centered on anything. It's got the stock Amel carburetor on it, but the carburetor is going to need to be completely rebuilt, I'm sure, too. You know, no damage to the head pipe or anything, just some surface rust from sitting. Again, the bodywork looks to be in really good shape. I'm sure the petcock's going to need to be, you know, cleaned out. The gas tank obviously is going to need to be cleaned out. I mean, it's going to be a project, but it's a really, really neat bike. Just one that I was not aware of that they had even built. It's got the Marzocchi forks. You know, everything, all the original labeling still real good and legible. But anyway, this is not the Armstrong. You know, obviously this isn't the Armstrong version. This is kind of the Can-Am labeled CMT310. But anyway, it's got the old Bader forks, or I'm sorry, the Bader rear shocks. They've still got the stickers on them that are still real good and legible. It's got the stock Wassel handlebars, made in Great Britain. You know, the grips, just from sitting, got some dry rot to the handlebar grips, but you know, this thing is just an amazing bike to, you know, for somebody to get back together and, you know, get it running again and riding, and maybe do some vintage trials with it. So anyway, there it is. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try my best to answer them for you. Like I said, I'm not really well versed in vintage trials bikes at all, so I'll help out any way I can. I do know that it's missing the front brake cable, which kind of looked into that a little bit, and that's pretty readily available to get a replacement brake cable for it. The feed comes kind of down through here and just latches to this latch, but You know, that's the only thing other than the tail light lens and that brake cable is the only thing I know that it's missing, and those are two things that are kind of easy to replace. So anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a shout. Best of luck.